The scripture made us to understand here, especially if you look at the concluding part of the gospel reading. It said, "For to everyone who has will be given more and will have more than enough. But from the man who has not, even what he has will be taken away." And now that shows us a very, very alarming situation, that even those who don't have, what they have will be taken from them. What is that telling you and I? All of us have a life of purpose. There is a plan for all of us. We are not born into this world to be abandoned or not to have a future. There is something that God has given to us. The challenge there is that many of us will live our life without even having an idea of the gifts and talents that God has given to us. Which means when we fail to make use of what God has given to us, it is taken away from us. A lot of us are highly gifted. A lot of us are spiritually gifted. A lot of us are endowed with talents. But sometimes we allow this not to be put into action. We stay so, and sometimes we just complain, we bawl, we worry, not knowing that this gift is right with us. My dear sisters and brothers, like the servants who put into action the gift and the talent the master left with them, means that whatever God has given to us, the life we have, is meant for spiritual transaction, physical and spiritual transaction. And the transaction that we're talking about is not economy. The transaction we are talking about is spiritual. The transaction we are talking about is that our life is supposed to be a life of meaning, a life of purpose, to touch people around us, to positively change and transform our environment, especially in these times that we have a lot of challenges, a lot of insecurity, insincerity, and not to talk about the pandemic that has come with a lot of fear, tension, worries. We're supposed to be a source of hope and blessing. And when we fail to impact in our society, automatically we lose completely. Today, the church celebrates importantly a very wonderful saint, Saint Augustine. Just yesterday, we celebrated Saint Monica, who happens to be the mother of Saint Augustine. Monica prayed for years. Monica cried for years. Monica was almost frustrated because Augustine, the son, was wayward. So every prayer point of Monica was all about conversion of Saint Augustine. And someday, one day, as God will have it, same Augustine who was wayward was arrested by the homily of Saint Ambrose. Now, one of the things I want us to realize is that, like Saint Augustine, there are so many of our family members, including ourselves, who may feel we are nobody, who may feel we are wayward, or who may feel that people have given up on us. And as parents and as elder ones, how do you talk to your children? Sometimes we curse them. Sometimes we give them certain rules that they are not supposed to become hopeful. And we have to encourage them, especially those stubborn members of our family who we have given up on. I think we don't need to give up on anybody. We have to keep on praying for them. We have to find ways of helping them, even when they may reject that help. But let us do our own part and let God perfect the rest. Saint Augustine, on one of the faithful days, got his conversion. And today we are celebrating him, not just as a doctor of the church, not just as a promoter and teacher of the good news, but also a saint. Which means a sinner today is a potential saint. And that is why we have to walk towards sainthood. As we pray through the sacrament, this celebration of this Mass, friends in Christ, let us surrender our weaknesses. Let us also surrender our talents so that we can make use of the talents. Let us not remain. Let us remember, if Augustine could make use of the talents, even when he ignored the talents for years, we can as well make use of the talents that we have. Let us allow the Spirit of God to guide us, to lead us, and to help us to become better in our daily struggle.
Amen.